Comrade Sangu, when I first met him, it was a corporate shooting. He came down on the medical. I knew who Sangu was before I ever met Sangu. Right. I associated, been in the cell with comrades who stood right next to that comrade shoulder to shoulder during the wars. Both the Big, the AB, and the Mexican Mafia.
Yeah.
That's not what is of relevance. Sangu was quite literally the organization's historical record. He was there. He was present with WL, Big Gigs, and those comrades who was there, like I was told, Death Row Jeff, began lacing George. Sangu was there. He watched that transition. Sangu was there when the Black Guerrillas and the Black family, along with elements of the Black Mob, merged to form the Black Guerrilla family. Sangu was there. Sangu was one of the foundational members that saw the transition from simply the Katisa to the Code of Ethics. He was one of the ones that participated in that process of establishment of Black Caucus. When me and that comrade would kick it on paper, every comrade here knows this about me. I've always been a staunch believer in our science, the science of JGW. There was a time when I believed it could transform anybody. I mean, I not really believed that. History ultimately proved that it to be incorrect. And it was this comrade who was the very first one to tell me, very similar to what Shane just said, a guerrilla is a guerrilla. We are unique in the pantheon of New African Revolutionary Nationalist formations for three reasons. One, we actually utilize the tools of dialectical materialism in our day-to-day conduct and our basic rationalization and our basic interactions with other people in the productive system. Two, unlike any other formation that claims to adhere to New African Revolutionary Nationalism, we actually understand that we are stayed out of power and we act accordingly. Those of us who are truly committed to our tenets. But what he meant primarily is the guy is that insatiable combatant. He's the first one to sacrifice. First one in the field and the last one out the fray. We don't fear anything but failure. And it's been that ethos which has ensured our continued survival through every era of oppression. And it's actually guiding this new era of organizational upgrade that we are in today. Sangu is literally the living embodiment of what each and every last one of us strive to be. And I want y'all to really understand this. Those of you who don't know, that man stood for over 5 decades behind the wall. He was attacked by cops. He was attacked. He was held in solitary confinement probably longer than any of us. Going all the way back to the old Max B program. Him and G1. He never bent. I don't mean he never. Let's take a break off the table. That comrade never bent. I don't think people truly understand the degree of repression that we experienced. And many of us still experience. He never stopped smiling. Not a single day. Dialectically, he also understood the seriousness of our chosen lifestyle. He understood the seriousness of seeking to achieve our positive objective. He understood the seriousness of our collective responsibility, of our duty. I want everybody to really truly comprehend this. We are the last hope of humanity. I'm not just saying that. That's not some far-flung, far-fetched statement. It's the truth. We are by far the most advanced new African revolutionary analysis formation and revolutionary scientific socialist formation, for that matter, in the Western Hemisphere, if not the world. Currently, you see what the repressive forces is on. Settler colonialism is once again the agenda, but now they are armed with the latest in AI-driven technology. We have never been more vulnerable than we are now, but we also have never been more strong. Sangu is responsible for that strength. He has been the constant. He's been the mainstay. He's been our plumb line from our inception to this day. Every last one of us on this call have an obligation. We ain't finna fail, Sangu. We ain't finna fail at achieving our positive objective. We are not finna allow our people to be subjected to indefinite fascism, abject poverty, and human misery. We are the vanguard of our people. If that man didn't teach us nothing, he taught us can't stop, won't stop. He taught us what that really meant. I understand without any reservation whatsoever that our revolutionary duty is not done until our will is complete. We shine the light of freedom, justice, and equality across the face of all humanity like a star in the night. Sangu once broke that down for me. Half the comrades inside this conversation we having right now is here with us right now. No, I've been on and off for well over 3 decades. That comrade taught me what that meant. What our positive objective actually meant. And why each one of us are individually responsible for achieving this end in concert with one another. In our formation, there ain't no big I's or little U's. We are collective. Always have been. Always will be. Sangu represented something different. He represented both our origins. He represented our evolution. He was the guidepost that pointed to our future. There are no words that can encompass what you've lost. But understand this. Sangu lives as long as we live. Big Bro said something in this BA statement, BA 45. Something that's been said with me. And I refer back to it repeatedly. Sangu's passing into the other side highlights it. If we fail to package and pass on what we know, our truth, history will condemn us. In the last 2 years, man, we done took immeasurable losses. Yafeu Yapo. Sangu. We lost so many. You can't allow their sacrifices to be in vain. And he's like, "Can't stop, won't stop."
Well, we all brothers that's here. And I like to say that this is a moment we'll remember in history for days to come. The Honorable PJ, as we call him, have taught all of us, whether directly or indirectly through procedures and policies. He been there from the beginning. We have to honor this brother as we all honor our elders. We have to honor the ones who's with him closer, longer the way. We have to look at Catholic. We have to look at Big Brother because they was there with him. They was pounding the pavement, like Joker said, 10 toes down. But I like to say that he contributed a lot to us up there, having the innovation and vision to look for the glory and the triumph that we come through to today. I don't believe it's anyone in here, maybe a few that don't know him, his contributions directly. So I just share this. He taught me what Noah was. He taught me what democratic citizenship through his actions. Although we never did time together, but we've been around each other for years. We only did time in Pelican Bay. I guess that's about 25 years. Nevertheless, this brother brought things to the forefront that we could even imagine. He come from a place where you could say he walked that walk, talked that talk, and contribute to all of our individual goals. It ain't none we can speak on him that's less than. When you say Gaidi, he exemplifies that. He exemplified in us. That's why the push pull drive is continuing. Like I say, he did this here with love, dedication, and that's how he lived out his life. And for us to honor him is to carry on what you see in our documents. Because our documents is living organism of all of us. We all play a different role of it. It existed in the 60s to this day. I say this here, I say with great honor. There's no revolution. I say it's no new African revolution nationalist group in this country that gives service like he did. He gave service that none of us could stand up to. All we could do was seek it as a beacon to go forward. And I say to all of us, we can't stop, won't stop, and will not be stopped. And we would take that to our last dying days because we believe like he believed. He's a brother, he's a friend, he's even the greatest mentor, whether you physically with him or not. That's what he represented. I could go on to say a lot of things, But it's a lot of us that's here today could speak about him. And as Joker said, y'all could contribute the intelligence and the foresight of this great brother. I say to in my last dying days, I'm always thinking about Sangu, PJ, and I suggest anybody about this, just know this. Do as you see, not as you told. Represent WGJ. Represent JGW. Represent the Black Gorilla family through and through.